And everybody for like I don't know how long the game was. That was like forever, 2 hours maybe. Everybody's just trolling around, just making jokes in voice chat and stuff. And I'm like, guys, actually, we have a chance to win that one. Should we focus?
This is also you get a few slight coaching changes as well. So
Yeah,
Nametwi, if I'm saying that right, and Hayes become joint head coach,
yeah,
and Chris enters the fray. So
yeah.
this is maybe a question more just for me personally, but this is Chris's first season as a coach. I think he'd done like a tiny bit of work for British Hurricane before, but this is like his first the big stage. What was Chris like? What was like your first impression?
Um, I mean, tough to say. He was a bit chubby and just he was a gamer, right? Just
Yeah.
he wasn't eating much. He was just eating fries and nuggets, and you're like, what the fuck is that guy? Why is he like that? Um, but yeah, I knew about him, of course, because I played against him quite a lot in Europe.
He was in
I
that
was
first
like,
season of Contenders against you, I think, actually. When he
yeah,
was on
and
Singularity.
yep, Singularity, yeah, maybe, yeah. And I wasn't. I was like, okay, oh yeah, he's a main tank. He's playing Rain. Okay, it's not the greatest, but maybe he can be smart. Um, and back in season two, he was doing his job, not more, not less. He was doing, yeah, Hayes and we tell me what to do, I'm gonna do it. But he was very friendly with all the players. He was just like gluing the team together, trying to make the Korean and every player like love each other. And yeah, I think he was very important. And he gained more, uh, like he gave more friendship to the team than we ever had.
Yeah, I think one thing I found with Chris when we first worked together on Team UK, just immediately welcome. Even though I
Yeah.
probably came in as the person who didn't know any of the players, didn't know Hayes or Chris at all. Super welcoming, super friendly, made me feel immediately like it was right that I was there, that I'm not just an outsider.
Mm. Yeah, no, he's so good at that. Being social when all the gamers are like pretty awkward. We don't talk to each other. We're like,
Yeah. How did the dynamic work then between the joint head coach? Because that seems like a really weird setup to me.
yeah, that was awful.
Awful, as in like
Yeah,
they didn't see eye to eye, like different ideas.
yeah, different ideas, but I don't know, just that was just messy situation. So much drama. Just no, that wasn't good. I think we had to just. But I mean, it's tough because Kirby's gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so there's like two assistant coach. Who you gonna promote? You have to promote one of them, but if you promote one of them, the other one is gonna be like, why not me? What the fuck? So yeah, I think that was a little off from us during the off season. A little mistake.
Yeah, I think this happens in esports, and it also happens, I think, in a lot of sports teams as well, where a lot of the assistant coaches aren't assistant coaches because that's their dream job, but
Hmm.
because they want to make that step to head coach.
Yeah,
So
of
it can
course.
become quite competitive, and also quite competitive. We talked before, right? You have competitive between maybe you and the other off tank about who gets to play, and then you maybe even have then conflict between your coaches about whose ideas get used, whose comp do we play, whose idea do we use for this map. It can become like a pretty difficult area to figure out.
Yep. It's always gonna be the good and bad coach, and everybody's gonna try to stab each other and take their job.
Play
So it's a
favorites
little,
and yeah.
it's a little difficult.
So then this season kind of ends quite early for you then because you don't make. I think you make the play-ins. Let me see.
Yeah.
You make the play-ins, but then you lose in the first round to Shanghai, and this is in the Arista Sig. I think it was mostly Doom Reaper that teams were playing, but I think you were playing a lot of May Reaper yourselves, and then Moira Lucio. So
E-
we're finally off goats. Does it feel maybe like season one is repeating itself, and the meta's changing in a way that suits you guys a little bit more as we get to the end of season?
No, really doesn't.
Oh.
I remember we were like going to play-ins and we were like, guys, we are so fucking bad. Everybody hate each other. Let's just troll the game. Let's just troll it. Just YOLO. And I remember there was like, I think the month Sigma came out. So I started playing so much of it. I was like, I want to be the best at it.
Yeah.
And we go on stage against Shanghai. We are like, guys, we are not gonna win. Let's just have fun. Have fun. Just that's it.
Enjoy
A
it.
last one. Yeah. And everybody for like I don't know how long the game was. That was like forever, 2 hours maybe. Everybody's just trolling around, just making jokes in voice chat and stuff. And I'm like, guys, actually, we have a chance to win that one. Should we focus? And I remember I played so good that game, and we had uh, just that's it. We lost it, and
Because it's actually, on the surface, it's a nail biter. It's 7 maps. You lose 2 for ultimately. So let's say you lose the first 2 maps, draw the 3rd map, win the 4th map to make it 1-2, then lose the 5th map, win the 6th map. So at this point, it's 3-2 in the or 3-2 in the series to Shanghai, and then you eventually lose it on Dorado. Both teams full cap and another push. Both teams cap first again, but they get it further on second than you do. So on the
I mean
surface, it was really
that
there.
was that was always like that with Philly. Like we had no close match. That was always a fight. We going to map 5, going to I don't know how long the game were. Always struggling. You get out of stage, you have your head like about to explode. I don't want to play this game anymore. Too many people, just people shouting in my ears for like 2 hours. I'm done. Um, but yeah, that was a very close game from Shanghai. But I remember, even though we lost, we were like, okay, hey, that wasn't our season. Just yeah, GG, bye.
So the season ends, and this time, how do you reflect on it now? Then looking back on it, are you obviously didn't get the results you wanted as a team, but for you personally, I feel like you said you've
Um,
enjoyed parts like Chris made it a nicer atmosphere, but then there was also a lot of conflict as well. So where do you see it now looking back?
yeah, I mean, game-wise was very difficult. Not a meta, not we didn't improve in during the off season. But I mean, I had my own apartment, so even though like things were getting a little heated, I was like, I'm leaving, guys.
Just going home.
Yeah, have a nice end of the day. But yeah, that wasn't the best season for me and for us, I think.